Well. Hello, everybody. It's Mike, KO4PDI. How you doing today? Oh, my God. Look at me. I got gloves. I got a sweatshirt. I got my Chase Elliott Championship 2020 jacket on. My Daytona 500 hat. You know what that means? We got 3 weekends until the Daytona 500, and I'm freezing. Oh, God, it's so cold. I can't believe how cold it is. Anyway, I'm here. It's Wednesday night. It's time for ham fun with KO4PDI, so why not? I just got in from walking the dog, so this is how I dress. I got 5'11" pants on that are windproof, gloves with Thinsulate, which keeps your hands warm. We'll take those off. I think we can undo the jacket now because I'm in the house. Oh, but not to be outdone by the jacket, check out the shirt. Wait. Oh, it's underneath the sweatshirt. Hold on. Take the jacket off. Daytona 500, baby. 3 weeks away. Yeah, baby. I bought this at the last year's Daytona 500. I was blessed. A good friend. WA3QCV. A big shout out to my buddy Tim, who got me tickets to the 500 last year. That was really nice of him. Me and my neighbor had a great time. It was a beautiful day. It was warm. It wasn't raining. It was, oh my God, it was a spectacular race. So we had to go. I don't even remember who won now. Who won the Daytona 500 last year? Do you know this is one of the first years I haven't gone down to the museum after the race because the winning car of the Daytona 500 is always in the Daytona 500 museum for a year and then at the end of the year. So this year, when this Daytona 500 comes, they'll bring that car out and give it back to the winner. And I think it was William Byron, the 24. Anyway, I'm running a Zoom call right now. If you would like to be part of the Zoom call and you're not able to message me on Facebook, send me an email real quick, and I will send you the link, and you can join us on here, and you get in here and talk about anything you want to talk about, too. So I'm getting an email open right now. My email address is ko4pdi@1791.com. I'm the ham fun guy. Remember me? Anyway, I'm all Daytona'd out today. That's why I'm dressed like this, because I'm really excited about it. And, man, it's been cold. Oh, my God, it's so cold. And I got tons of stuff I got to do. I can't do it because it's so darn cold. Oh, that's nice. It's reminding me of my podcast tonight. Yeah, it's just 6 o'clock. Just within 15 seconds, it'll be 6 o'clock. I started a little early because I wanted to get a head start on it. We're going to talk about a few things tonight. Tower woes, why you haven't heard me on satellites the last week. I've been having issues with my rotator. For some reason, it ain't working right. But I also have another little tidbit about a new radio that Baofeng came out with, because you can never have enough Baofeng radios, right? So anyway, no emails came in yet, so we'll get off of that. But if you want to know what I'm talking about the tower, here you go. Where'd it go? Did I turn it off? Where's my Real Link camera? No, there it is. Oh, that's it. I turned it off. There it is. Turn it back on. All right, there it is. All right, so as many of you know, based on a suggestion from a friend, in order not to have interference, he told me to buy a fiberglass crossarm, which I did. That's a 93-inch fiberglass crossarm that both those Wemo antennas are on. I would be working on them today, but man, it was so cold. My fingers were hurting just walking the dog. So no, we didn't get to fix it today. I may get to it tomorrow. Hey, and we got some people stopping by today. Here's Captain Don, says, "Hello, Mike. I can only partake in chat, but I'm here. Where's your gloves and mittens? I just took them off. You just missed it. Here's the gloves right here. Yep, I just took the jacket off and the sweatshirt off, and I'm all Daytona'd out because we got 3 weekends until the Daytona 500, and I'm really looking forward to that. I've been going through a lot of withdrawal, not having NASCAR on the weekends. And Roger came to the game. Hey, Roger, look at my problem. See what happened? Here's something you learn about fiberglass crossarms. How can I put it? It's not metal. it's layers and layers of fiberglass melded together. And what happened is the teeth on the 2 meter Yagi dig into it when you tighten it up. Well, I tightened it up a lot. Well, I guess the cold made the fiberglass change its texture or something, and it loosened up, and you could see the 70 centimeter antenna is level, pointing straight ahead. The 2 meter tilted down. So in order to fix that, I got to lower the tower, which can be done. It's no big deal. But in the process, it wasn't aiming right anyway. So we had a lot of wind yesterday. I think that's what caused that. I think it's so funny because 2 days ago I lowered the tower and tightened that up again, and it loosened up again. So I don't know. I may put a metal cross arm back in there. I don't know. But for now, I'm going to lower it down and see if I can get that to stay in place. What's bad is it's held on with wing nuts. Wing nuts, you can't over tighten them because you'll bend them and then it'll be messed up. So that's a project I want to get done before the weekend. Yeah, you think it's a little off? What a Captain Obvious here. Don, notice that it's a little off. And Roger's saying, yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, it is. No, what happened, Roger, was the cold and the fiberglass don't get along. I'm going to sneeze in a second. Okay, I'm not sneezing right now. Anyway, there's nobody on Zoom yet. There's nobody over there, but I do believe I should be fine. Yeah, what happened, Roger, was I took the tower down 2 days ago. I did a bunch of things. I filled the pipes that come up through the base of the tower with that expandable foam to keep water from getting in after I got all the water out. And it made a mess. That expandable foam stuff is not exactly neat like caulk or something like that. It's a lot thicker and it goes everywhere. And until it hardens, you really can't do nothing with it. So what I did was I cleaned off all that foam around the base, and then I spray painted it with some galvanized paint. Yeah, Don, that's exactly what I was thinking of. We're going to probably drill a hole through it, or I'll put it back to the middle mount where it's mounted from the middle of the antenna instead of the end of the antenna. The 70 centimeters is fine, but the 2 meter, definitely, it's bigger, it's heavier. And with the cold, I believe the fiberglass gave way a little bit. And so every time I tighten it, the fiberglass chips off because I guess it's because of the cold. But once I tighten it up now, when it gets warmer and that fiberglass, if it expands again, yeah, it's going to be tight. It'll stay on there. It'll never come off. So I think I want to leave them mounted on the end of the antenna the way I have them. Not that it's impossible, but I can move it back. Now, another problem is those antennae are pointing south. North is the complete opposite direction. But according to the rotator, they're pointing north right now. So somehow things got twisted around in the rotator or something. So what I'm going to do, when I lower it down, they're going to be pointing to the right when they're pointing north. This way they're accurate because they have not been accurate. A couple of guys, Jay, Whiskey Alpha 1, Juliet Alpha Yankee, I talk to him on the birds all the time. He sent me a message saying, I heard you, but it sounded like you didn't hear anybody else. And the answer is, no, I didn't, because that was RS-44, which I believe it's RS-44 that's up on 70 centimeters and down on 2 meters. So the 2 meter antenna wasn't even pointing at it. So what are you going to do? It wasn't really making any sense. So that's what happened there. So now you know. So let's get back to... Yeah, I flipped the magnetic poles of the whole world. That's what I did, yeah. Anyway, we got 3 weekends. The reason I'm like this, 3 weekends until the Daytona 500. 2 weekends until Hamcation. Who's going to Hamcation? February 8th, 7th. Is it 7th? When is it? Hamcation is on my calendar. Let me look. Okay. Hamcation is 7th, 8th, and 9th of February, which is only 2 weekends away. And I won't be there on Sunday. I'm going to get there on Saturday. No, I'm going to get there probably Thursday night. I don't know where I'm staying yet. I got to figure that out. I got to get a room. But if I can't get a room, I'm just going to commute. You know, I'll leave the dog home alone. I do have a dog sitter, So if I have to have a dog sitter, I'll have a dog sitter if I stay overnight. Chances are I'll probably get there late on the 6th. I'll be there. I can get in on the 6th, which is nice because I'm doing media. Although they haven't sent me my credentials yet. I asked for them. Haven't gotten them yet. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm going to be at Hamcation one way or the other, at least on Saturday, possibly Friday too. Roger's going to be there, and he's going to check out the AMSAT presentation. I will probably spend some time at the AMSAT booth since I'm an AMSAT ambassador. I would love to help them out. They haven't asked me to, but I will. If they want me to, I'll go there and hang out for a while. I'm not bringing anything with me to do satellites with. I'm sure Rob, the digital rancher, who I invited here today, I sent him the link to the Zoom call. If he wants to join, he can. Roger, if you want to join the Zoom call, Roger, you're more than welcome to. Tell me, I'll send you the link. Or I guess I could just put it in the chat, right? Right? I can put it in the chat. Let me see. Oh, okay. Don says he's not traveling yet. Maybe next year. Roger, would you like to get in on the situation here? I'll just put the link in the chat. And if you guys want to come, copy that link and come and get me. Here's the link right here on the screen. That's the link to the Zoom call. You don't need a password or call number or nothing. Just click that link and you. Well, I don't know. Can you click the link in the chat? I don't know. But there's nobody else in the Zoom call right now anyway. Just me. Anyway, how's everybody? What have you been up to lately? I picked up on Amazon the Baofeng K5. This is a tri-band. Oh, God, I'm still getting political text messages. Why? This is a tri-band Baofeng, and it has 70 centimeter, 2 meter, and 220, and weather channels. It has, and I loaded in a bunch of GMRS frequencies, and they actually worked. I didn't have to do any. I didn't have to do anything. They just work. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I just got it yesterday. I just programmed it today. What I like about it is it has a color screen. Look at the nice color screen and the nice, easy to read text. It's pretty nice, huh? I'm not worried about outside because this is basically going to be emergency radio. This will be programmed on local repeaters and all the emergency channels. You could also get FM radio with it. If you this orange button on the side, if you click that, it goes to FM radio.
Policy position.
That's Mark Levin. Look at how clear that sounds.
Why don't you just read the Constitution and, damn it, just follow.
You can never listen to Mark Levin without listening to him scream and yell. I love Mark Levin. He taught me so much. But yeah, this is a great little radio, and for $30, you can't beat it. You got to buy it. Here's the best part too. On the back of the battery, USB-C charging. Right here. Beep. See that? USB-C right there. So yeah, it's a great little radio. It's 10 watts, and I haven't tested anything yet. I don't know if it has spurious emissions or anything. I am sure Ape or Mike or somebody will be testing this radio out. It's a brand new radio from Baofeng. Yeah, and I like it. It's very handy. It's nice weight to it as opposed to the regular Baofengs. Without the big radio, you don't feel like they're hefty enough. They don't fit the Baofeng extended battery, but this is a 2200 mAh battery, which is nice. Oops. Yeah, and you got a regular Baofeng speaker mic jacks on the side, and push to talk over here. And this orange button is to go to FM radio, and this bottom button here is the light. Oh, now it's not going to work. Oh, it's not on. Duh. There's the light. You can blink. I guess you can do an emergency thing too if you hold it down. But real easy to change from AVFO, BVFO, just hitting the button here. I haven't figured out all the buttons. It's not, I don't know I thought if I just hit the band button, it would change bands on here. It has aircraft band on it. I loaded some marine frequencies on here. It'll receive on that. I don't think it'll transmit. But hey, for $30 delivered from Amazon, you can't beat it. Roger, I like this. Roger says, I have all my credit cards shined up for Hamcation. Yeah, well, if somebody sees me walking out with a 7610, stop me. Tell me to bring it back because I don't have the money for it. And I have a credit card I could buy it on, but I'm trying not to. I don't want to piss away all my money. You have that HT in green. Are you sure it's that one? The K5? Don, do you have the K5 in green? This is the Baofeng K5 Plus, K5 Plus, I should say. Tri-band, also has GMRS, also has aircraft, weather. All the weather channels are on here. This is not the antenna that came with it, but this one has better reception of the weather channels than the one that came with it, so I put this antenna on. But great little radio. I'm going to make use of this. This is going to be good. And the best part is my 400, my FTM 400 that I use as a node is going to be going away. And I hate you, Roger. He has a 7610. If I get the 7610, the 7300 is going in a go box for Parks on the Air. That's it. I'll be using it for that. And wow, so it is the K5 Plus. Okay, cool, Don. Great. I didn't know I could get it. And you got it from AliExpress. Oh, speaking of AliExpress, this has nothing to do with AliExpress, but you see the microphone I'm talking in? This is one of the best microphones on the market for doing anything studio, recording, podcast, live radio. This microphone is the best. This is the Shure I'm sorry. What is it? SM7B? I'll tell you in a second. It's the SM7B. That is the microphone it is. And this microphone, you go to Guitar Center website, it's $400. Now, before they shut down TikTok, there was a choice on there called a TikTok shop. And the TikTok shop had stuff. There was a video of a guy talking. And he said, yeah, I saw this on the TikTok shop. And I'm like, oh, God, scroll. And then I said, wait a minute. He's talking about this. The SM7B. Shure SM7B. Mike Cade MRD uses this. I know Greg has used it. K6EGG has used this mic. And if you're listening to me live now, you probably noticed that the sound is damn good out of it, right? And this is I've always said Shure microphones are some of the best. Heil's good. That's great. My Rode mic that I was using is fantastic. But I couldn't turn this down. I only paid like $130 for this delivered on the TikTok shop. And I went, no, it can't be. It's got to be a knockoff. I'm telling you, I can't see where it's a knockoff. Although there are some bushings where the wire comes into the head here and into the radio that are they're not fitting quite right. And I'm thinking maybe that's a tell that this is a knockoff. But quality-wise, sounds great, right? So, all right. So, what else are we going to talk about? AMSAT. Here, Roger's giving us the update. AMSAT is on Saturday the 8th at 11:45 a.m., probably in one of those tents out in the middle of behind the field. That's probably where it was last year. So remember, when you go to Hamcation, if you have trouble walking like I do, I can't really walk a long time. The fact I get press credentials, hopefully I'll be able to park inside like I did last year. That was the best. I had emailed them, but I haven't heard anything back from them. But if anybody knows the correct email address for the right person to talk to about that, let me know. I will make sure I get there. But Hamcation is going to be great. It's always great. Ray Novak from ICOM posted on his Facebook page a little note with a picture of a dual band mobile radio. And it looked pretty cool. I don't know which radio it is. I know that it's got a black face and white lettering on a black face. So it's side-by-side dual band. So you have VFO A over here and VFO B over here. Each has their own volume. Each has their own squelch, just like their 9700 has separate volume and squelch for each VFO. This has separate. It has one tuning dial. No matter which VFO you're on, you can tune with it. Anyway, he posted a picture of it on Facebook. I wonder if I could find that and show it to you. Don's sending me a picture of his. That don't look like the same radio, Don. The speaker's different. You don't have the LED above the AB button. That's a different radio. That is not the same radio I got. This is a different radio. Take a look at this, Don, and look at yours. I can't get the light on it right. Is it a color? That doesn't look like a color screen either. This is a color screen. Notice? That's a color screen. So, yeah, that's not the same radio, Don. It's a green Baofeng, but it ain't this radio. But anyway, Ray Novak posted a picture. I'll get that picture up here and show you the picture that he posted. You know how he does that thing where he says, "Oh, look what I found in my trunk." That was the radio. I'll see if I can find it. There it is. Let's go to, if I go to the Sat Pass Live, there it is. There's the radio. That doesn't look like any radio I've seen before. I don't know if it's full duplex. I don't know what the story is with it, but if you notice, you got a dial here. Here's your squelch here. Here's your volume, and here's your volume. So you have volume for each VFO, and you have... All right, Roger's saying, yes, the AMSAT thing's going to be at the pavilion, and yes, they do have golf carts going around that can take you from one end of the place to the other, so you don't have to walk the whole way. And Don is telling me they spelled exit wrong on his radio. Here's his radio he's telling us about. What do you mean they spelled the EXIT? What do you mean they spelled exit wrong? That's how you spell exit. EXIT. It looks similar because it's got the menu button and the exit button in the same place, and the up and down, and that's all the same. But all Baofengs look the same. Anyway, here's the radio that Ray posted a picture of, and I saw that radio. I said, "Boy, if that's full duplex, we could have fun with that." I don't think it has D-Star in it. If I click on the picture, can we zoom in? Yeah. See, we have on this side it says main band, and over here it says, I can't even read it. I think it says, no, it says main band also. And then you have a scan button here, you have a scan button here, and then here you have a make a call and make a call. So maybe it's D-Star too. I don't know. We'll see. But here's simple buttons over here. Menu, I don't know. Oh, memory to VFO, I guess that's that button. A monitor button. Here you have the squelch for this VFO, and here you have the squelch for this VFO, and you have the volume. So you have separate volumes, only one power on button. I'm trying to remember if this is like the one Digital Rancher uses in his when he does satellites. It might be. If it's an ICOM, chances are it can run the sat box too. So okay. All right, it's the K5 Plus. I had to get the newest version of Chirp to program it. But we got nobody coming to the Zoom call. Gee, I guess you guys don't want to play and have fun today. All right, it's 6:20. Let's see if we can make some headway here and get into something interesting. Anybody have anything they'd like to tell me or ask me? Now would be a good time. You're more than welcome to join me on the Zoom call. If you don't want to join me, that's okay. I'll just be on less time. I wish Imam was here because we could talk Donald Trump. He loves Donald Trump, and so do I. And it works out nice because now he's president. Not going to get into political stuff here, but if you guys got anything you want to say, you're more than welcome to in the chat. You got questions for me in the chat, come back. If you'd like to join us, if you can't, click on the Zoom link in the chat, which I really should pin to the top. There's got to be a way I can do that here in OBS. That's the Zoom link on the screen right now. And you can join me. I sent out invites to Digital Rancher, to Smokin' Ape, to Ziggy, and nobody's come by, so that's okay. Yeah, the participant window's just got me in it. Oh, Lois, me. I hope everybody had a good New Year, and it's January, and we got a fresh New Year. Weekend, Winter Field Day is this weekend. Who's going out? Who's doing what? I might head up to Jacksonville to hang out with those boys, not bringing any radios or anything other than the one in my car. But I might head up there and spend some time with the people up there. Don, it really sucks when you interrupt me during my live feed. Oh, he's sending me another picture. This is, yeah, that's the radio. Yep, that's the one. Don's got the same one I got for $30 on Amazon. Couldn't believe it. And I got it on Amazon because if it turns out it's a piece of crap, it goes right back. Yeah, that's the same one. EIXT? No, mine's spelled right. So I guess I didn't get the Chinese one. I didn't get the Chinese radio. Mine actually has exit spelled right. You can see. So that's funny, though, that yours doesn't. Hey, quality control is not that big thing. Let's not go crazy. Anyway, what else I got going on? Anyway, so tomorrow, I may get out there tomorrow if the wind dies down a little bit. It was pretty cold out there this afternoon, but the wind started kicking up, so I wasn't about to lower the tower in the wind. But I gotta fix that cross arm. That's driving me absolutely nuts. That it's not aiming in the right direction. That frustrates the hell out of me. Roger's been more involved with POTA around here. The parks have lots of trees, so portable satellite isn't on my list. Well, I'll tell you, you get a nice Pac 10 end-fed half-wave, that's the way to go in parks on the air. And then you buy that telescoping mast. I have one. I have the Explorer telescoping mast, the big one, the 30-foot one. And you just hook up the end-fed half-wave to the end of it and stick it up in the air and lean it on a tree, and you're done. And it works great. So that's why I use that. And what else is Roger saying here? That great antennas for POTA by KJ6ER, the Performer, is very good. Yeah, Coffee and Ham Radios does a bunch of really nice antennas that they sell. They're kits that you got to build, but it's a good project. And, you know, if you're not like me, where you have stuff that's always breaking that you got to keep fixing, building your own antenna is a lot of fun. So I've done it. And it comes in handy. I'm more of a, I want to work it. Hey, Ziggy Kane, he's in the waiting room. Let's bring Ziggy on. Let's go Zoom call. You're going to notice me in a different way over there. And we'll invite Ziggy into the live feed with us. Ziggy's big on building antennas, too. He loves to do that. Have you guys followed Ziggy? He's joining right now. Here he comes. There he is. The Zigster.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You getting that echo again?
No, I got you.
Hey, Ziggy, you like this microphone I'm using. You realize what it is?
Yeah, you're a little hot and clipping.
I'm a little hot and clipping. Why didn't anybody else tell me that?
Oof.
I'll
Oof.
turn down my volume a little. Is that a little bit better?
Keep going.
Really? All right. How's that? Better?
Yeah, I can deal with that.
All right. Don says hi. Zigster, you see this microphone? You know what this mic is, right?
The one you showed me.
No.
I don't know it. I don't. It's an XLR microphone.
It's a Shure SM7B. They go for about
Okay.
$400 new. And I got this on the TikTok shop for, you're going to die, $120.
I don't know what they go for.
400.
Okay.
And I said, this has got to be a knockoff. It was so cheap, I said, I got to try it if it's the real deal. And I'm telling you, it seems like it's the real deal. It sounds great. People have been making comments about it and really like it. Oh, now.
We'll have to talk about that microphone. Let's see.
All right. Mike, low on YouTube. Ziggy sounds good on YouTube.
That's right. This is the Zigster.
I'm turning him down now, too.
I'm getting punished. Oh, okay.
Turn your volume up on your computer.
Yeah.
Tell me how that sounds if me and Ziggy are close. I can't imagine. The only way I think I could lower the pot on the mixer might help, and then raise the volume on OBS, and we'll be kind of the same.
My computer had to inform me that I, sir, Zigster, and Microsoft Windows, and I have... What the hell is this? What is this? What are we on? A Zoom, right. So I am Microsoft Windows, and I am one with the Zoom. I have an application for this, and it shot me directly out of a web browser and got me redirected back into the operating system, which, by the way, on its face sounds pretty, but yeah, it took me out of the web browser and shot me into the application. I was like, well, it'll probably be easier, but isn't that the problem, though? I just gave up, on my on my freedoms there.
I don't know, man.
For
hey,
simplicity.
I'm going to give you guys a count. I got a report here from Mike DG. Can't hear KO4 PDI. How does it sound now, Mike? Do it sound a little bit better? And Ziggy, am I clipping now?
No, it's good.
Okay, I turned up the volume a little bit on the OBS. We're about the same on OBS. We should be good. So
Do you
anyway,
have it? Is it just me on the screen right now, Mike?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
you.
Let's get both of us on the screen.
I'm going out on Zoom. It's just you, but I'm going out on YouTube with you and me on the screen. You're big and I'm small.
Because I'm looking at your screen on my screen, and I see myself on all three of them. I need a screenshot of this.
You are on all three of them. If you're looking at my overall camera, that's to my right, because that's what you're seeing on Zoom. On Zoom, you're seeing my overall camera, which is over my shoulder over there, and it's looking at all my monitors.
All right.
I could actually make 4 of you if I wanted to. I got another monitor I can move you to.
So before I so rudely interrupted, what was the topic?
Well, we were talking about my issues. I'll show you the tower. That's what I've been showing everybody. Here you go. You can see it right here. Notice the 2 meters, 70 centimeters. The 2 meter antenna is tilted down.
I've got too much going on myself, sir. All right. So
If
where are you
look on
showing me
YouTube,
this?
You'll see it.
Okay, I'm looking on YouTube, but
It's delayed.
It's awful, isn't it?
Happens.
Happens. Oh, look at that nice fade. Oh boy, that looks. What did you do to that thing?
Nothing. I end mounted the antennas a couple of weeks ago, and they were fine.
Oh, okay. You put those new guys on there. You took off the long
Yeah,
70.
I took off the real long one.
Yeah.
But what happened?
I want to play with that long 70. By the way, I got a GMRS repeater in Gainesville. I'm after.
If you want to borrow it and use it for a while, it's in the garage. You're more than welcome to.
Oh, that's right. I think we had this conversation. It's way outside of, like, the GMRS frequencies. I don't think it's going to be of any good. Anyway, I'm sorry.
That's all right. But what happened here was the cold. What is it? Mike's a 1.5 to Ziggy's 5. That's
all I got
talking
is a
about the
5?
volume.
Oh man.
Ziggy, you count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, now I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We sound more balanced now. I gotta get hook up with Greg K6EGG, and he's the sound guy, and I gotta tell him, you gotta teach me how to adjust this sound when I'm doing a Zoom call. Haven't figured it out yet. Can you guys hear both of us? That's all I want to know. Can you hear both of us? And
I hear you just fine, Mike.
It's a delay, so I'm not going to hear anything for a second. But you see what's happening, Zig. That cross arm is fiberglass. So what happens with fiberglass when it gets cold? Shrinks?
I mean, not an awful lot. But I mean, there's a lot going on, with thermal expansion cycles and materials. I can agree with that.
Yeah. Well, I 2 days ago, I tightened that 2-meter antenna, and I made sure everything was pointing in the right direction. And now, the way it's sitting now, north is opposite of where they're pointing, but the rotator tells me it's pointing north. So it's all messed up, and I got to fix that. So I'll probably lower the tower tomorrow. But that 2-meter antenna...
Hold on. You can't say that without the sound effect. Where's the dun 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 sound effect?
Because I'm not a sound guy. Do I look like Greg? Greg's got a sound machine hooked up to everything.
I thought you were the sound engineer guy.
All right, let's see. Don says the sound is good now. All right, so good. Anyway, so yeah, I don't have all the sound effects in here. I don't have a sound machine that can make all different stuff. Maybe someday. I got a mixer so I can put it into the mixer and have it come out of the mixer.
You gotta have a soundboard, Mike. That's the next level of streamdom for you.
Soundboard? What do you mean a soundboard? You mean a sound effects board?
They've got keypads,
right?
That you can
with echo and stuff like that on it.
Yeah. You need to have guests on and just like put on the.
Well, I have a Stream Deck. Ever show you my Stream Deck?
Put the old Raz on them. You know what I mean? Yeah, you've got a Stream Deck. See what I tell you guys.
Yeah, I got a Stream. I got that from T.O.
Yeah.
He sold it to me cheap. He bought it and he can't use it, so now he's living in a trailer all the time. He said, "You want it?" I said, "Yes." And I got it set up with Discord, OBS, and a couple other things in it. So, works good. Anyway, what have you been up to lately, Zigster? What new antenna are you creating? I remember the mag loop you were telling me about. What else is going on?
No. So a mag loop, that's a magnetic loop. This is just a loop. The big loop made out of course, 75 ohm coax out in the backfield. Mike, it is so quiet, it brings a tear to your eye. And I don't think I could honestly, in-fed half wave, my absolute favorite. I know how to beat that horse, but the loop antenna is so quiet. It is beautiful. Like I can't never ever not have a full wave loop ever again. This is great. Nobody taught me how wonderful and how well this loop can receive. Just phenomenal.
By the way, it's nice to see your hair coming back.
It grows quick, doesn't it?
Oh, you got a nice head of hair there. You're doing good.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
all
I do
dressed
that.
up in my Daytona shit because it's 3 weeks till the Daytona 500 and I'm psyched.
There's nothing I love more than all my friends yelling at me for shaving off all my perfectly good hair.
Now, let me ask you a question. Are you going to Hamcation?
Oh yeah, yep. I got
You're bringing your trailer?
Yeah. I'm gonna stay there. I think.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
If you get in touch with them ahead of time, you won't. I think you'll still have to pay for camping, but you don't have to pay to get in. You could say you're a YouTuber.
I've got a ticket, Mike. I'm good.
And you get to pull in there, and that's what I'm going to do. I got to get my press credentials. I got to get in touch with them again. It should be a lot of fun. They gave me press credentials the last 2 years, which is really nice. You get there, you can go a day early. And Andy Cowley's here. Hey, Andy. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you.
Hey, Andy.
He says hi, Zig. And good to see him. I haven't seen you in a while, Andy. Yeah, and I didn't die. I had people emailing me. Jay, Whiskey Alpha 1, Juliet Alpha Yankee, emailed me and said, "Hey, is everything okay? Haven't seen you on the birds." I'm like, "I'm fine, Jay. My antenna's screwed up." And Don was asking me too. Don sent me a message today asking me if I was okay. And I'm like, I'm fine. Everything's good. My dog is good. I'm so lucky to have this puppy. Oh, she's such a good dog. I'm having a blast with her. And I get to the dog park every day, except today and yesterday I was there for a very short time. It was freaking cold. I'm sorry. You missed it, Zig. I had my sweatshirt on, my Daytona 500 jacket, and I took her out. I was wearing gloves and everything to try to stay warm. It was like being in New Jersey in winter. I couldn't believe it. I went outside. It's like 40 degrees. And people up north go, oh, well, it was only minus 11 here today. Yeah, well, you live there. I'm not used to it. We don't do that here. We got what did they get? 7 inches of snow in where is it? In the Panhandle. They got 7 inches of snow. I'm like, man, I don't need that. So, anybody got any questions for the Zigster or me on satellites or building antennas? By the way, Ziggy, I was wrong. I think I told you this morning that I hooked up the 160 meter antenna to my 7300 and it wasn't dropping out. I was wrong. I didn't realize that. I still had it on the 80 meter off center fed and it was working pretty good. It only dropped maybe 2 times today. So that's with the 1-to-1 choke on the outside of the house, the noise suppressor on the inside, another choke on the inside. So yeah, I think I'm getting it figured out. You got any other suggestions what I could do to make sure that it doesn't disconnect?
What's disconnecting? Oh,
WSJTX.
You're talking about your flyback that's crashing your software.
How can I test for that? Where can I test that?
Test. So well, the software crashing is a...
No, it's not.
The test.
Software is not crashing. The 7300 is disconnecting from the software.
Mm-hmm. That's an RFI related issue.
Right.
Right.
How many chokes is enough chokes?
You can never have enough chokes.
I got chokes. I'm wearing a choke in my underwear right now, and it ain't stopping it. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's driving me nuts.
So the thing about you're talking about the 4-to-1 fed off center fed, correct?
Yes.
Okay. They are the pinnacle of common mode creation antennas, unfortunately. It's just the nature and how that they're designed to be built. Your radio, if you plugged a battery into it and you went out to the backfield and got a lawn chair, you could play radio with that thing all day long. The point that you've given that radio multiple paths for, stray current to run is how you're getting yourself into this situation. And, you kind of have to start from ground zero in order to do this. But you have a very, very complex setup, and people don't ever give you enough credit on how much effort you put in to creating this show for everybody is what it is. It's a one-man show.
Yeah.
You have so many paths for straight current to go in your shack. I mean, it would make any ground engineer's head spin. But this is just the consequence that we live with the hobby that we do. It's not all cupcakes and butterflies and sprinkles.
Exactly. And Andy Cowley's saying change the USB cable. I did. I bought these. I can show you. Everything. Hold on. I'll get one.
He's put chokes on every cable in the damn shack. We've been chasing RFI problems, but again, he has a 9-to-1 for one antenna, and he has a off-center fed 4-to-1 fed for the other. So
here's the cable I got. It's called a trip light. So everybody can see.
Shielding. Heavy shielding.
There it is right there. It's shielded. I got 2 of these. I haven't opened the second one yet because the first one I want to make sure it works. And I put one of these on this. So I'm still working on it. I'm still experimenting. I'll figure it out. What kills me is before I dismantled my shack, put the new desk in, and rebuilt everything identical to how it was, I didn't have problems. I had no problems.
Identical. It's the desk. That's what it was.
It's the desk.
It's the desk.
I'll tell you, man, this desk, I'm lucky I didn't get a hernia lifting this thing. The top of this desk is well over 100 pounds. I couldn't believe it. But the best part is it's got the opening in the middle, which is where I got this boom clamp to. Ziggy saw it. He loved it. That was so convenient. I have the power wires coming up in the middle of the desk from the battery. I got a fused battery distribution panel for Anderson power poles under the desk, and it works great. And I love the battery. It's a Redodo 100 amp hour battery. I forget which YouTuber did a video on it, but I saw it and I said, that's what I need. Get rid of it, because the Astron power supply makes a racket. Oh my God, it's so loud. So I have a 30 amp Astron power supply if you need one, Zig, for a good price.
You got a power supply, eh?
I got two of them. I got a I got a 50 amp and a 30 amp.
I've got one you might be interested in right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you know about that guy? Oh man.
Oh, I saw you.
That's a 5 amp hour Vista Star.
5 amps. So you could power my HT with that?
It's got a little like red ruby glass like power.
Yeah, I see that. You know what I got out in my garage that you'd probably like? It's a SWR meter. A guy got at a garage sale and gave it to me, but it's for CB radios. It's a little tiny, realistic. It's like this big. It's tiny. Can you still see me? Or you're still looking at the over the shoulder camera?
I see you just fine. What are you talking about?
I like this. You see this, what Don said? Maybe buy a Yaesu. My DX10 doesn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I just heard about that new radio that ICOM's coming out with. I showed a picture of it before. Here it is right here. I'll change the screen so you can see it.
Does it got 10 toroid chokes in series in it?
No, look at it. This is a dual band mobile radio. 2 VFOs. You got separate controls for each VFO, volume, squelch, everything. And here's your menu on the bottom, which is pretty nice.
What's the model number?
Doesn't have a model number.
Okay.
All he did was, I'm looking forward to finding this one in my trunk, maybe even installed. Ray Novak posted it.
Oh.
So, can you see it?
Yeah.
I like it. That's going to take the place of my FTM 300 in my car if I get it.
I have high standards for mobile 2-meter radios, so I'm going to be really polite.
Did you get to meet Ray last year?
Yeah, I've met Ray.
Okay.
He's a
just
wonderful
go
man.
up to him and talk to him. I want him
Ray.
to have an extra 7610 laying around he doesn't need. He can give me. Tell him I'll take it home and test it. Although, you know, as much as I love the 7610, the Yaesu receive quality is much better. But the 7610, it's been out a few years, but it's still damn good. That new radio they're coming up with, Steve is getting. He ordered 2 of them. He ordered one from DX Engineering and one from HRO, and whichever one came first is the one he's keeping. And then he's going to cancel the other order. But
what you got going on this middle camera here?
On a middle camera?
Yeah, it looks like you and a green screen. Look, there you go. Look at OBS.
What are you talking about? This?
Okay, so the YouTube feed. How about that?
Yeah, on the YouTube feed, that's me in the center.
Mm-hmm.
I just switched from the picture of the radio to me. Which would be... Oh, Mike is saying that's the 2730B is the model number of this radio. That's interesting. So the 2730 is not a new radio, but the black faceplate is. All black with the black background on the numbers. That's new. So, hey, we'll see what happens. Did you see that, Zig?
It should have a color display. That looks like an LCD display. I'm not impressed.
As long as I can read it, I'm not worried about it. What, are you kidding me? Color displays on mobile radios are way overrated. You're not looking at it anyway. You set it on one thing and you drive and you talk.
Says
I don't look at it while I'm driving. That's, yeah.
I mount that thing right in front of me.
I had an FTM 400 in my car for a while, and it's got that big screen, and that sucker was so damn bright. I hated it. I kept having to turn the light down, and you got to go in the menu and find the dimming, and it's a pain in the ass. And it was color screen and everything. Where
This is for all the people in chat right now. Mike, tell them what you got sitting in your passenger seat as far as radio apparatus.
I got a Yaesu 891
Yeah.
HF with an ATOS antenna, and I have a
Mounted to the same bracket.
an FTM 300. Both of them have their individual speakers mounted right above the head.
So we got two heads, right, mounted to a bracket, and then we have a speaker for each
Above him.
above them.
Above the heads, yeah.
So you've got this big old rack system of radio.
I used the Lido
equipment.
mounts. I've shown you guys that picture, haven't I? I have it on my Ham Fun with KO4 PDI page. I'll find it on the screen and put it up there.
You know what's such a pisser about riding with you, Mike? Is all those radios are right in front of me, and you're like, stop it, don't touch.
No, I don't bother you. It doesn't bother me when you're up there. Let me just, where do I find the photos in my group? God, you think I would know how to do this shit since I've had it for so long. Featured, members, events, media. Here, media. Here, I'll show everybody a picture of my mobile setup. It's in here somewhere. There's my slow scan TV images and my satellite pass posts. This was my original setup for my 705. And I still have that orange bracket. As a matter of fact, it's right here on the desk because I just took it off the 705 because I got the armor lock set up for the 705 now.
All right, Mike, I got to fix you.
Here you go. Here's my setup in the car.
Mike.
Yeah.
Your monitor to the right, that looks like your OBS, right? Is that OBS?
Yes.
Okay. So you have three displays on the right-hand side of your main output, and the one in the middle is is on YouTube, and it's a green, blurry camera. Do you see what I'm saying? Is that OBS? Not your middle screen, the screen to the right. Your
Wait a minute.
right-hand
I know what
monitor.
you're
That's your
talking
left-hand
about.
monitor. No, the monitor that way.
I know. I know. But wait, I'm
Over
doing
there.
something here. I want to see what you're looking at.
But you won't look at the monitor. That I'm looking at your monitor, trying to tell you where to look at. There you go. That one.
That one. Yeah.
See? Okay. See the camera that's pointing at you that's blurry and is showing your green screen in the background?
Yeah, that's my radio.
That's your what?
That's the radio.
Oh, okay. I was just letting you know that's
It's
that's a
reflecting
thing
the
on-
green screen that's behind me. See that?
I was just letting you know that's a thing on YouTube right now.
I know what
Okay.
that is. Yeah.
All right.
This is the actual screen I use when I'm doing satellite stuff. I just click on the sat box output here when I want to do that. Oh, okay. So Don's saying you can reserve this radio on what is it? On DX Engineering right now, the new ICOM.
DXE.
But if it's just what's the difference between the 2730, the regular one? Is the 20? I can swear to God, the ICOM 2730 is what Digital Rancher uses to do satellites. If it is, it can be controlled by the sat box, and it's also, but it doesn't have sideband. So why go through all the trouble of doing that if you don't have sideband? You know.
No sideband.
Anyway, here's the setup I have. I have the single Lido mount that hooks to the seat bolt on the passenger seat with the bracket coming up with the two radios, this 891 on the left, the 300 on the right. The microphones are mounted on the dash with a little sticky hooks to put them up there so they're not going to damage it. That circular thing in front of the screen on top, that is the magnet for my phone, sticks to that. And I can plug a USB-C into that and it would charge my phone too while it's on there, which is pretty cool. And it's strong enough to hold it up even over bumpy roads and everything. Works great. So, all right. Well, we've been on almost an hour. Anybody got any questions? Hood Billy Life says it's looking crazy. You like that, huh? I'm glad you like it.
I At the beginning, did you say that you dropped my volume down on the stream?
Yeah, I did. I dropped you down and made me a little louder, and then vice versa.
I don't think there's a need to drop me down. I'm zero across the board digitally out the gate from OBS to your stream software. So there shouldn't be a need to drop me down at all.
All right, it just turned you up a little bit, but they were saying your volume was much louder than mine. I was a 1.5, you were a 5. So I lowered you down a little bit and raised myself up a little bit.
But so my thought was, is that 5 out of 10?
No, 1 to 5 scale.
All right. Fair enough.
Gee, that's a cool high old boom you got there. That looks really nice.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
I
You're
still
gonna
never
find
got
out eventually. You want people to see your face.
I still never got that one piece that fell at like the ratcheting part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stuck some zip ties in there and fixed it.
Let's see. Don's saying we sound good. Hood Billy is saying that it was very loud. Oh, who's that beautiful little girl? Hey, babe. And that handsome son. The kids are in the show. We got the kids in the show.
No, it's just stinky. That's what I said.
Are you guys tattling on each other?
Ziggy's got the kids.
No, that's not it.
Hey,
It's
say hi to Magical Mike. He can see you. Wave to him.
How you doing, kiddos?
Right there. There's the camera up there. Hold on. She's trying. Come here.
Hi.
How
Say hi.
How cute are his kids? Oh my God, they're so cute. How you
Hey,
doing?
guys.
You doing any artwork there, girl? They're
She
cute.
can't hear you. You're in my head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was not prepared. They've come to tattle on each other.
I love how every time you go live, you got your oscilloscopes running in the background, like you're like the mad scientist. You got all kinds of stuff going on there. Got your boombox.
Yeah, everybody loves the boombox. I can't get rid of that thing.
That thing, I used to have one of them. It used to be, when I was a kid, they came out with transistor radios, 16 transistor, 17 transistor radios. They kept making them smaller and smaller and smaller until they're like, oh wait, you can tell me you got LED lighting in there too? Make it look cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've stolen all the wise bulbs out of the house.
I just put up a green screen. I don't do all that crazy stuff. But anyway, when I was a kid, they kept making radios smaller and smaller and smaller, and my dad never wanted me to listen to the Beatles or anything like that. So I'd have this radio under my pillow playing Cousin Brucey, listening to the Beatles, sing Hard Day's Night, and my dad didn't know about it, or he knew about it, but he let me do it. Anyway, as I got older, they made bigger and bigger and bigger portable radios until you get giant boxes like that thing with 2 8-inch woofers in it and some mid-range speakers and some tweeters, and people carrying them around on their shoulders. And then everybody went into an iPhone and earbuds. So
Right.
there's no accounting for taste. Whatever they could do to sell stuff. Ziggs, thanks for stopping by, man.
Yeah, man. It's been
I'm looking
fun.
forward to your next creation. This loop antenna sounds really cool.
Oh, dude, it's the beginning. I call it the baby 80 because a 160 is coming soon, and I am getting off the ground, as you well so know.
Right.
And it'd be great if you came over so we could shoot these trees together, man. This loop's going up at about 80 feet, guys, on all corners.
Well, it's a possibility maybe on Friday.
I've got the big click button cannon from work, so I
Right.
can unscrew the tire barrel and just screw on the. I'll work on getting some projectiles and let you know when I've got those all glued together.
Well, if I'm coming up there, I'll bring the slingshot and the Weaver Arborist stuff. You got
Yeah,
parachute
but if we can
cord?
play with something with a trigger,
No, all we got to do is get your damn antenna up. Let's just work on that. We got stuff we can do that with. Let's not invent a new thing. You can do that in your own time. Build yourself a bazooka to shoot your string up in the tree. That would be cool.
it's already built.
Who do we got on here? Fred's here. Hey, Fred. Good to see you. What do you mean WCBS 10.11 FM, Fred? Fred is part of the, what is it? The Flagler Palm Coast Amateur Radio Club. He's one of those guys. Fred's a really good guy, too. All right. Hood Billy, who originally told me it wasn't working, says the sound sounds great right now. Don't touch anything. All right. That's okay because we're going to get going now because I'm only going to do this for an hour and I only got 3 minutes left to get off the air. So, Zig, thanks for coming. Have yourself a great night. And I'll be in touch. Maybe I'll get over there Friday. Sound good?
Not a problem.
I'm
Sounds
bringing
great.
a dog.
That's fine. I got dogs.
A dog. Okay. I got my Chuck It. I just started playing with her with a Chuck It at home, and she loves it. She doesn't want to give me the ball back.
That's okay. I've got extras.
All right, man. 73.
All right, man. 75s.
See ya. All right, we end the meeting. Now you go back over here to the live view. That was nice of Ziggy to stop by. I hope you guys are doing great. Having fun with your radios. Now Don's always got something to say. What is Don saying now? Don is saying, I built an air antenna launcher. I have a video. They're sweet. Yeah, that's what Ziggy did. And my buddy Jim had one. And honestly, they're a pain in the ass. You got to keep charging them up. Then you shoot thing. Then you go back to the compressor and charge it up again. No, I'm not. I got a slingshot. It's an 8-foot long pole with a heavy rubber slingshot. You put a beanbag in it with a piece of cord on it, and you shoot it up. You can shoot it 70 feet in a tree. It's a lot of fun. That's what I use. That's why I got it, because I don't need other equipment. There's nothing to break. It's just a slingshot. But it ain't like the one you hold in your hand. It's a pole. It's what the tree guys use when they got to climb a big tree. They shoot the line way up in the tree, and it drops down with a beanbag, and then they pull up a rope with that fishing line that they shot up there. That's how they do it. All right, I am going to say 73 to everybody. Don says 73 also. You guys have been great. Thank you for coming every week. I'm looking to do more exciting stuff. Maybe get some interviews over at Hamcation. If you guys are coming to Hamcation, look me up. I'll have stickers until they run out. I'll be giving away stickers, and you're more than welcome to grab one from me. Maybe I'll bring some QSO cards too and put eyeball meeting on them, and I'll give you those too. And my QSO card, it's got the bridge. And don't forget, in the notes on every video I do, this one and along with all the other videos I make, all the discounts you can get. Right now, we have a lot of discounts going on. As a matter of fact, watch this. I was just talking to the guy at Armorlock, and I told him he should get in touch with these guys to find some bags for his stuff. This is a tote bag. What's inside this tote bag? My ICOM 705 in an Armorlock case. Ta-da! Right here. Come on out. Come on out. There you go. There's my 705. You can see the face of the 705 right there. There's going to be a 9 amp hour battery in here with this. And this is a Faraday bag. If there is an EMP attack, this radio will not be harmed. And I will have an end-fed antenna in here with it. I will also have a solar controller that I can hook up a solar panel to. And this way, once the EMP attack is done, I'll have communications. Not bad, huh? So the link for SLNT is the second from the bottom. Make sure you click on that link if you're going to go buy a Faraday bag. They're not cheap, but they work great. So check it out, and thank you. Roger's telling everybody, if you haven't been to Hamcation, it's amazing. Something like 22,000 last year. Yeah, it's the third largest ham fest in the United States. You have Dayton. Actually, it's the second largest, I think. Dayton, Hamcation, and then Huntsville. Those are the three big ones every year. And I'm sure Ray Novak will be there. You could talk to him. You could talk to John Kruk or anybody from Yesu, Endorf from the service department, along with Roger. I talked to Roger today, actually, talking about the rotator. He'll be there. HRO will be there. You can go check out Mike from HRO, Whiskey Radio. I forget his call sign. Anyway, all of them will be there, and it'll be a great fun time. And they got tons of great food there. A lot of walking around. There's campsites there. If you want to camp there, you can do that. And it's a lot of fun. So make sure you check that out. In the meantime, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, remember what I always tell you. What do I always tell you? Don't do anything I wouldn't do. At least not without me, all right? You give me a call if you're going to do something that I wouldn't do, because I'll do it with you. All right? You guys have fun until next week. Or when I get the rotator fixed so I can start doing some live streams with the satellites, I'll probably do a video on it when I take it down this time. And I'll show you all the improvements to the tower that I did, including filling in the pipes with expandable foam, painting the base with some Rust-Oleum paint to keep it from rusting, and the welds that were done. It's a pretty neat setup the way it is now, and I'll do a little video on that, show you how we fixed the issues I had when I bent the original base that I had in there. And the guy I got is fantastic. If you're in the Flagler Beach, Flagler, Palm Coast area, Flagler County, he's a welder, has welding gun, will travel. He's got a truck. He has everything, a big work truck, big panel truck. All right, so, yeah, I will see you guys soon. If not on the air here, I'll see you at Hamcation. Make sure you get out there. And remember what I always say, don't do anything I wouldn't do, at least not without me, all right? On that note, ladies and gentlemen, 73. KO4 PDI, I'll be clear.